It's a bright, shining day on the SSOS cruise liner. Things finally appear to be on the upswing for the unfortunate Adobian refugees. The people are bustling about the skypool deck, partaking in some major post-apocalyptic R&R. We cut to a couple by the poolside. A stubbled man in a shredded floral shirt is sitting beside his mousy wife. The woman's eyes are blankly fixated on a cloud, gently floating across the skypool. He rests his hand atop hers. Hey, we're safe now. The woman's gaze is unmoved. She moves her hand back. Look, I know. I still count every name that we left behind. The neighbors, the mailmen, Grandma. I cannot fathom the levels of desperation we reached when we cooked and ate her. The taste of flesh still lingers on my tongue. My body is on permanent high alert. I have literally forgotten how to blink. And thinking of what's yet to come? The generational trauma that will plague our children, our children's children, our children's children's great-grandchildren. But you know what, Martha? After all the loss and suffering, the years of agonizing torment, you know what we finally have? We have rest. Call it an act of God, whatever, but this cruise, we deserve it, damn it. So please, let me just see you happy again. Just while we're here. Be happy. The woman finally looks up to her husband. The corners of her lips turn, and just as the couple lean in for a kiss, Duddle Paw appears before them. Oh, fucking bullshit. The couple run away. Hello, strange creatures, and welcome to the Universe Ball Podcast, an anthology podcast where we make and play tabletop role-playing games. So stupid, so absurd, you have to hear it. I'm the voice in your head, Dylan Ased, and this energy is completely and utterly insincere. I may not know how to podcast, but I sure know how to scream.
Hello, my name is Sami Jarbouh. I'm a tabletop roleplayer future educator, and I play Blizzard Boy, the mischievous 12-year-old wildcard of the group who ran away from a suburban life to have fun and do crime.
What's up, gamers? I'm Ryan Fahed, minor, and I play the most experienced member of the group, Barry Tartman, an earnest con man who's committed to a life of crime.
And I'm Daniel Williams. I play Todd Zodd Mclodd, a young intern who just found out that his summer internship is in fact a group of thieves.
What you're about to hear is four friends playing their way through a story-based campaign and just generally fucking around. If that sounds like your thing, consider subscribing. If not, I'm outside your window. This is the penultimate episode of an ongoing series about post-apocalyptic lizard people heisting an interdimensional cruise ship. This game was made by Sammy and me back in 2020. We hope you enjoy it. The last we saw you three, you had finally ventured to the bottom deck of the ship. On your path to the engine room, you battled many strange and surreal aliens, only to discover that the engine room was housing the creature that destroyed your planet, Duddle Paw. You faced your nemesis in intense combat using the chemical bomb given to you by Professor Cupter Clonk. But, just as the creature's shell was cracking, a service robot teleported Duddle Paw to the upper decks. You are now locked in the engine room as you listen to the horrified screams of your fellow refugees above.
Oh.
Oh no. Where did you send that thing?
Well, I didn't do it. Scomper has been teleported to the skypool deck.
Scomper?
Oh no. That's not good. That's gonna leave a mark.
Why would you do that? That thing was a planet-destroying monster.
It was detected that his life signs were diminishing.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Bro, Duddlepaw is a punk. How did that thing take out our entire planet? Bro, I told you Cup was not like that impressive.
To be fair, okay, like Double Paw, the only reason you guys were able to do that is because Cup made the bomb in the first place and like weakened him on the planet. But
Can you not?
He was impenetrable before that.
Can you not put that in the podcast? Can you cut that part? Just don't put that explanation. Yup, it was all thanks to me.
Wait, so we gave one walkie-talkie to Professor Clonk.
Can we try phoning her directly?
Cup, come in. Are you there?
Oh my god, he's on the fucking skypool deck!
And it just cuts out.
All right, so I think a lot of people might die if we don't get up there, actually.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
We should probably get going.
Can we use the door we came from? It is still locked.
Oh.
Guys, the the fuel.
So did we get the fuel?
Yeah. Remind me what the deal with the fuel was, like why we couldn't access it.
Basically, there's a force field around the whole thing that there's an engraving on the engine that says to shut off the force field, you must do so from the captain's deck.
There was an entrance to the captain's deck earlier on the main deck. Is that right?
Yeah, but the doors were locked.
Ah.
So while we're all sort of thinking about what to do with the fuel right now, and Barry and Blizzard Boy are deep in thought, Todd is going to step over to the side and he's going to glance at the fuel and then back at the other guys. Dylan, can we go into a private call real quick?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, hang on, guys. All right, Daniel, what are you thinking? What's going on?
So Todd is going to reach into his bag and he pulls out the magnetic tags from Quibble.
Okay.
And so he looks back up at the fuel and then at the backs of Barry and Blizzard Boy, and he's feeling really conflicted right now.
Actually, like while you're conflicted, a little like angel Todd appears on your right shoulder and a devil Quibble appears on your left.
Do it, Todd. Betray your friends. No, Todd. You're a criminal, but not a monster. Quiet, you!
The devil Quibble like walks over to your right shoulder and he pulls out a knife and he just like stabs your angel Todd to death. He's just like your angel Todd just like falls to the ground, is like spurting blood.
Protect yourself, Todd. You don't want to die.
The tiny devil Quibble crawls up on your hair and he starts like ratatouilleing you. He starts like,
Do it. Forward. Okay.
Does Blizzard Boy still have Soup's gun?
yes.
Can I try and steal it?
Okay. So you're not gonna tag them?
No.
What are you doing, Todd? What are you doing? Quiet, you'll see.
And then I just like flick the devil Quibble away.
Okay. You're gonna have to roll dexterity against Blizzard Boy, and I'll tell you if it succeeds or not. But if you fail, Blizzard Boy's gonna turn around and see you with these tags.
That's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you definitely beat Blizzard Boy's dexterity. His bag is on the ground right now, just like open.
Then I guess just reach down and snatch it up with my crab hands and just, stick it behind my back in typical cartoon fashion where it just disappears into that void behind them.
All right.
This concludes his act of thievery.
Let's go back into the call with Sammy and Ryan now. All right, we finished with our business.
What is Todd up to?
What are you hiding from me?
I was thinking of a plan to get us out of here and was, dispelling the bad ideas I came up with.
I'm suspicious.
Did you guys come up with anything?
Oh,
I okay. I know. I think I figured it out. What is it, Barry?
Just follow my lead.
Can I walk up to the robot that's in the room with us?
beep, beep, boop.
Kind of forgot about him. Yes.
Hey. And I want to punch him in the face.
Unethical behavior. And he just grabs you by the throat and you vanish.
Oh, nice thinking, Barry. All right, I want to jump up and do a karate kick. I want to kick him in the face.
Sorry about this, Blizzard Boy.
And I just try and kick him in the shin very pathetically.
So as you're about to kick him, Blizzard Boy already kicked the robot. So the robot's unethical behavior and teleports Blizzard Boy, and then you go for a kick as he's vanishing, and you just kick the air and fall on your back.
I wish this was the first time I've been mocked by a robot.
Todd just gets up and very half-heartedly goes over and just lightly slaps the robot.
Its eyes just completely turn red, and it's angrier than it was with the other two. And it just it puts your hands behind your back you're under arrest, and puts you on your knees. Unethical behavior. And you vanish. So you guys are traveling through the void, and you arrive back in the brig. When you arrive in the brig, you notice that all of the hands you guys set free are now crawling around and have cohabitated with Glugon and Gem here. And There are a few hands that are constraining the guard to the wall, and then there's a couple that are giving like glue gun a massage, and Jem is on the ground sleeping right now, and a couple of hands are nursing her forehead with a rag.
Oh my god, is it good to see you guys?
Oh, Glugon!
At this point, like, Glugon has put on like other mismatched hands. Like, he has a little like goblin hand and then like a little baby hand on his right. Glugon's like gonna go for like a handshake with Todd specifically.
He goes for the hand that's missing.
About your hands.
You lost my hand?
Only one. The other one is just fine.
You still have the cooked hand, right?
Yeah, I just like reach into my bag and pull out this like dead hand. It's like,
I mean, if you want it as a souvenir, it just doesn't, work.
And he just like holds the burnt like crab hand. He falls to his knees and he just looks up like, no!
Glugon, is Jim alright?
Jem, right now, she looks like she's like asleep.
I walk over to Jem. I just take a look at her. Don't worry, Jem. We're gonna save you. I grab her hand and I just hold it.
Her hand, like, it just has like a visceral like reaction with her brain. And it just like detaches from her wrist and falls away. Is that President Dahlia?
It's me, Jem. It's me. Blizzard Boy?
I think she's sleep talking.
Todd, Barry, I love you.
Yeah, I don't care. Jem, I don't know if you know this, but Duddlepaw, he's still alive, and
Duddlepaw! Jem's eyes just bulge open and she wakes up immediately. Hamana, ha!
But we're kicking his ass. Don't worry.
We're gonna get you that heart, and we're gonna stop Duddlepaw.
Barry, it's so good to see you in person. I've been worried sick.
I kind of wanna like give her like a half hug because she's laying down.
Look, you've done a lot for me, and you really don't have to do this. Just protect yourselves. Don't face Duddlepaw. We can stay safe in here. It's not your burden to bear.
It's all right, Jem. We got this under control.
Barry, please.
Don't worry, Jem. We're gonna save you.
We've been through hell and back, Barry, you and I. I couldn't ask for a better partner in crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, Jem.
Todd, where's Todd? I want to see Todd, please.
Todd walks up. He's like rubbing something on the back of his neck, and he's like,
And don't worry, Jim. We'll get you that fuel for sure.
Blizzard Boy is right behind Todd.
Jem is like squinting at Blizzard Boy. You know, this is the first time you've seen her since the start of the mission, and like she looks like she's looking at you differently. I recognize those eyes. It all makes sense now. You're the son of President Dahlia. You have the DNA of an idiot.
Well, he's not the smartest, but he is kind of like weirdly kind.
President Dahlia is evil. I must rest now. Please stay safe, boys. Two of the loose hands in the room crawl up to Jem's head, and they clasp together like, when a person is sleeping and they have their hands under their head, and they sort of do that for her, and she goes to sleep.
Barry, why is it that she likes you? Like Todd just joined. She likes Todd too.
I'm sure she really cares about you, Blizzard Boy, in her own special way.
Hey, Jeremy, that's your name, right? Come here, kid. Step over here away from the others real quick.
All right, yeah, I walk over to him.
And he puts his arm around you, and he's like,
maybe this isn't a good situation for you. Maybe you're not wanted here.
I don't get what you're saying. Me, Barry, and Todd, we're a killer team,
I mean, I'm not so much talking about the team as much as you guys as a family. Maybe this is like, how do I put this? Jem has said some things about you behind your back
Okay,
that are worrying. That maybe
okay.
a 12-year-old child should not be raised by this person. So I think you need like something to give you a revelation here.
and then Glugon snaps his finger of his new hand, and like a hand comes up and gives you like a face palm.
Oh, yeah. Jem doesn't love me?
So right now, Barry and Todd, you guys are looking at the hands that are crawling around, and you're just like trying to pick new ones out.
Well, now that we're here, Todd, you want to grab a new hand?
Let's see.
What kind of hands are like immediately available?
There's one that looks like a cactus in the shape of hands. And then there's one that is just goop, like an Elmer's glue consistency, that is just like barely holding together as like a hand.
I want to grab the cactus hand.
Okay.
That's the best choice that's ever been made.
Barry, your weapon, your t-shirt cannon at this point, it falls apart and returns to sand, so you have to mold it into something new.
Okay, I'm making boxing gloves.
Okay. Who else needs hands?
Can I grab some karate hands?
You can.
Okay, I find karate.
You have any hand like at your disposal. But
Yeah.
You can grab karate.
Yeah.
hands. You had extendo hands. You didn't use them once.
So I remember now that that's crazy. That might have come in handy.
And finally, Barry, what hands do you want?
Wait, what other hands are there?
Oh, there's the goo hand.
Yeah, there's a goo hand.
Can I know what that does without putting it on?
They could go through any solid material. So it's kind of, it's
Oh.
actually like, once you put it on, you realize it's like ectoplasm. It's like a ghost hand.
That's okay. Yeah, ghost hand is going on.
Blizzard Boy's in the corner, like doing karate right now.
And for you podcast listeners, Sammy and Ryan don't know this, but I just got a secret text from Daniel. And he's essentially saying that while everyone is shopping around for new hands, Todd is going around the room and shaking each hand and secretly tagging it with a magnet tag. Todd has essentially tagged every single hand in this room that hasn't been used. Again, Sammy and Ryan have no idea this is happening. Anyways, back to the podcast.
Maybe our priority should be on Duddlepaw right now.
Maybe we should save the people, like the Dobians that are. Yeah. I think
Let's go do that.
But how? We don't have a bomb anymore.
we have. I mean, we're like a band of thieves, and we've gone through a lot together. I feel like we could figure this one out. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, team.
Team. Team.
Oh, wait, one more.
Oh,
time.
okay. Yeah, let's try that one.
Todd, you need to get in there. You need to think of a team name.
We made it this far without a name.
The Universe Boys.
Universe Ballers.
The Universe Ballers. Okay.
Oh,
good.
that's so cringe. Like it's because it's like the name. It's the name of the podcast. So like, it's like if you turn to camera and like said the name of like the
Wink,
show.
wink.
Universe Ballers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Universe
Ballers. It's up to a 12-year-old child, an intern, and Barry.
Boys, hang on before you go.
Huh?
Glugon runs up to you guys with a freshly baked blueberry pie, and he's like,
Jem, she made this for you guys, for when you finish the heist. It was supposed to be celebratory, but might as well have it now, as you might not live.
Not with that attitude.
Aww.
Thanks.
I'm amazed she did that in a room where she only has access to a bunch of hands.
and there's just like a finger sticking out of the pie.
Blueberries are gross.
Blizzard Boy.
Well, I don't like it. You can't tell me what to do, okay? I'm not gonna eat that blueberry pie. You can't make me.
Todd's already eating it.
Okay, so sorry, Barry and Todd ate the pie?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys fully heal. So you guys want to step through the silver wall?
Blizzard Boy just turns and takes a look at Jem, just passed out, before he walks through the blinding light.
Todd looks at something in his bag with a sort of guilty expression and then also walks through the door.
You guys re-enter the lobby and it's complete chaos. The Adobians are swarming back and forth in complete panic. You hear Duddlepaw roaring in the distance from the Skypool deck. People are like gathering whatever they could find to use as like projectiles, and Jif Bop, the opportunist, he's like taking advantage of this. He's restocked his shack with a bunch of broken robot parts from destroyed service bots. In fact, the entire room is just covered in bits and pieces of broken service bots. Something has destroyed them. Jif Bop's business is absolutely booming.
This place is looking more like Adobe day after day. I feel kind of nostalgic.
You're just like looking off like into the sky like nostalgically, and it's just like echoes
Chaos.
of screaming and pain and chaos.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Barry.
The three of you hurry into the sky pool deck to find the once relaxing vacation spot has descended into a frenzied battleground. The menacing double paw is now towering at the edge of the sky pool, screeching in anguish as a mob of horrified Adobians chuck bits and pieces of broken robot parts at the monstrosity to no avail. The creature is still weary from your battle. This would be the perfect opportunity for the Adobians to finish it off were it not for a siege formed by the Double Paw gang, protecting the monster using the confiscated weaponry of the ship. The unarmed people stand no chance, they're dying left and right. Some are being shot, some skewered, and others set aflame by Sweetie Swooter, who's currently statured atop a large metal storage crate with the words "Do not handle with care." She's maniacally cackling as she wields a flailing flamethrower. As if that weren't enough, a blood-curdling shriek suddenly commands your attention from above. There are 3 Doublepaw goons up on the skydiving board, prepping what appears to be some sort of sacrificial altar. Doublepaw is wildly swinging its tentacle at one of the men. It wraps around him and instantly crushes him into a mangled corpse.
This can't be good.
Oh, the humanity. This is slightly less relaxing than this deck used to be.
People are just like running into you guys, and they're just like throwing shit. It's like complete chaos.
All right, gang. We need to find Professor Cupter Clonk. She'll probably know what to do.
Oh, but look at this crowd. She could be anywhere, and I doubt she'd be anywhere near this gang that's trying to kill her.
As you're saying this, you hear in the distance Cup their Clonk screaming,
Fuck you, Sweewee!
and you look towards the noise where there's this huge man standing in your way, and a laser beam just shoots through his chest, leaving this gaping, burning hole. And through the hole, you see Cup their Clonk, like, in the distance, as, like, the man falls over.
Oh, hey, there she is.
Cup! I immediately book it's a cup. Yeah.
Okay, you guys squeeze through the crowd, and Cup is just, like, dashing around the room, hectically collecting robot parts off the ground and into a sack. She's just grabbing everything that the Adobians are throwing that she could gather. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Professor Cup.
We're here to help!
Oh my god, you three. Please tell me you guys still have weapons.
Oh, I got a weapon, and I pull out Soup's rifle.
Actually, whenever you reach in for Soup's rifle, you feel that it's missing out of your bag.
What the...
You lost the rifle.
Cup, I have a weapon. I had Soup's rifle.
We don't have many.
I don't
It's
know.
okay, It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, because you can just build us another bomb, right?
Bro, build some bombs.
Are you kidding? I don't have the chemicals to build another bomb for Double Paw. I could build a bomb, but that's not going to be enough.
I have a better plan. But are you guys willing to help me? I need your full support here.
Under the circumstances, sure.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
I still prefer your brother, but...
What's the plan?
Just follow me. Let's head back to the buffet. Come on. And like as Cup walks past you guys are looking towards the mob. And Sweewee hops down from the metal storage crate she was standing on, and she uses one hand to rip the bolted lid open. Out limps a bruised, bleeding President Dadia. His face is now colored in sacrificial paint.
Oh my...
The goons grab his arms and they begin to wrap him in chains. Guys, come on, are you coming?
That's fine, right?
Who? What
Is my dad okay, you think?
Wait, did you say your dad?
Huh? No?
Let's get out of here, Blizzard Boy. We'll come back.
Oh, fuck.
I'll come back for you, Dad. I promise.
The four of you hurry back through the lobby and towards the infinite buffet. The door is barricaded with some sofas from the lounge that Professor Cup pushes aside. She does a special knock on the door. Come on, we don't have a ton of time. Can you just open the door? And you hear from the other side, just give me a second. The door opens, revealing Soup the assassin, who's still tied up in dental floss that at this point it's hardened into steel.
Soup!
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? Yeah, I found where you guys hid Soup, and I was trying to figure out what to do with him, and I figured he's not really a threat now, so I just brought him here. Yeah, I'm not really a threat anymore.
Yo, Soup, how you doing?
Oh, I've been doing better, to be honest.
Sorry about earlier. Sorry about earlier. with
Yeah,
the
no
whole,
hard feelings,
us
right?
fighting you and
Yeah, it's all good now. I'm just chilling here, eating spaghetti as I always do. Soup walks over to a table where there's just a half-eaten plate of spaghetti, and he just sticks his face into it. So Cupter Clonk has basically converted the infinite buffet into a makeshift lab. It's just full of devices and stuff built out of broken robot parts. Cup hurries to one of the tables and gestures you guys over. He's like, come on, gather around.
Is this huddle time?
Let's huddle.
The table is full of junk that looks like it's just there to dramatically be swiped aside, and she does. All right, set your watches, boys. We have exactly 34 minutes and 27 seconds before Double Paw is restored to full power.
That's
Holy
not a lot of
shit.
time.
Yeah, and it's less time now that we're talking.
Well, now you're making me anxious.
22 seconds, oh god.
Stop.
Wait, what? How much time again?
We're at 18.
Okay, I set my timer.
Okay, listen up. If we could somehow take out all of the gang members, the Adobian mob should be enough to finish Doublepaw off while it's vulnerable. But of course, the Doublepaw gang has all of the weapons on the ship. So, how do we take out hundreds of armed gangsters at once? Just the 4 of us.
Bombs. Butter.
Dental floss?
All good guesses, but I have something better. We're not gonna fight the Doublepaw gang. We're gonna zap them off this ship. Here's the plan. So Professor Cup sets a little blinking red probe on the table, and a hologram of a service bot beams out of the device, revealing its insides. Okay, I've been probing the service bots since we boarded this ship. According to their data, their teleportation is all fueled by photon particles. If we could somehow get these particles inside of the Doublepaw gang members, I can use the teleportation parts I salvaged from the service bots to zap them all away at once, right into outer space. Ha! Now, can anyone tell me how we're gonna get photon particles inside of the Doublepaw gang's bodies?
No, but I think you're about to tell us, right?
Alfonso.
Oh.
If we could convince the sentient air to aid us, they'd be the perfect vessels to carry the particles into the gang members' lungs. The only issue then is we'll need a way to differentiate the Doublepaw gang from the rest of the Adobians so that the air knows who to target. My solution? We mark the Doublepaw gang by tanning them all into one color.
Oh my gosh.
I can reconfigure the theater spotlights with the light bulbs from the mood tanning booth. Then we would need to elicit a single emotion from all of the gang members at once. This is the trickiest part, but there's one person I know that the Doublepaw gang members all feel the exact same way about. President Dahlia. If we wait until they sacrifice the president, we could blast them with the mood tanning lights while they're all happy. We dye them yellow, fill their lungs with photon particles, and zap! They're all dead in an instant.
Whoa.
Now, I would suggest we fill Doublepaw with photon particles, but we'll only have enough for either Doublepaw or the gang. I'm guessing the creature isn't on board on accident, so it might find its way back.
You really thought about this, lady.
A lot better than my plan.
What was your plan?
We were gonna, well,
It
I
was
don't know.
something to do with butter, but I forgot of it now.
Butter?
Yeah, me and Barry.
Yeah.
We
We were brainstorming.
It's kind of embarrassing
Well,
now.
can I
that-
hear?
yeah,
Wait.
Well,
now
that's,
that-
it was just
we
one
should
part
all,
of
I
the.
mean, we have a little bit of time. Like, let's hear all the plans.
No.
She goes to another table that's like also filled with stuff, and she slides all the stuff off. And she's like, all right, tell me your plan.
All right, so me
Well,
and Barry were
yeah.
thinking, right? Butter.
Right.
It's slippery, right? Right. It has the property to be very slippery. So we were thinking is we it's kind of similar to your plan actually, because we want all the Doublepaw gang all looking in one direction, all
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
the same way. And then we put the butter behind them, so that whenever they turn around and they are like, "Oh my God, I'm so mad at you," they run and they slip and they all fall.
And you may be asking, where do we get this butter? Well, the butter comes from the infinite buffet, where there is in fact infinite butter.
That's a weird.
Yeah.
That's what we were thinking.
It sounds pretty bad right now. But
No, I mean it's
you
not
know.
like
Like,
I mean,
ours. We'll just go with Gears. I guess. Like,
Yeah,
Gears, we're both.
I mean, yeah, I did grab all. I look in my bag and there's like a bunch of sticks of butter.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of butter. We have a shit ton of butter just in case. just in case.
It could be. Let's.
Okay.
It'll be Plan B.
Yeah, plan B.
let's go back to my table. Come on, let's walk over back to my table.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I need from you guys. Barry, I need you to go back to the oxygen farm to rally the sentient air. We need them on our side.
Sounds like a plan.
Todd, I've been salvaging as much robot scrap as I can, but Jif Bop is in possession of the last photon particle tank. You need to go get it from his shack. Think you can handle it?
I guess.
And finally, Lizard Boy. You're gonna need to sneak past the Doublepaw gang and set the spotlights up near the president's sacrificial altar. That's where everyone will be facing when shit goes down.
I can handle it.
All right, gang. Let's huddle.
Cup is like, wait, what the fuck? Why are you excluding me? We were already in a huddle. And you guys like go into a smaller huddle within your huddle. It's like a Russian nesting doll of huddles.
All right, gang. I know you guys can do this.
I just I didn't tell Cup, but the president is my dad.
What?
What? Huh?
Did you say the president is your dad?
I think he said something about butter.
I said I love butter. So anyway, the president is my dad, and so I'm thinking like, is there a way maybe like we could try to help him in some way?
I mean, I could hear you guys.
Huh?
So I'm just gonna butt in here. Listen, what's between you and your dad is between you and your dad. But here's what I'm gonna say. The reason we need them happy specifically is because no one else in that room is happy. There's plenty of angry people. Now, if you turn the Double Paw gang members angry, a lot of innocent people will die because they're also angry.
So can I save them or like no?
Now remember, it's either your entire race or your father. So
Shucks.
There are a lot of lives at stake.
I appreciate your concern, Todd, but I think I got this.
I was more concerned about us, but okay.
all right, guys, come on. No more time.
I guess let's get going, y'all.
See you on the other side.
Good luck out there.
Bye.
All right.
So, like, as the three of us are separating and Todd is heading back to the lobby, he looks into his bag. Then he sort of, like, looks guiltily at the other two as he runs off to the lobby.
All right.
Blizzard Boy, wait, before you go.
What's up, Barry?
I need to get past Duddlepod to reach the Alfonso. I was thinking about it. You left a portal in the God Spa.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Oh.
So maybe you can make a portal on this side and we can get past him.
Dang.
Just put it on the floor.
All right, I got you. I spray the portal on the floor so you can get into the God Spa.
So back in the God Spa, Officer Tronk is still in the infinite portal loop. He's basically been building like a crazy amount of velocity. So when you spray a portal on the floor, he just goes flying out and slams into the ceiling above before falling back into the portal below into the God Spa. And you guys never actually defeated him with a finishing move. And so throughout this whole time, this has just been building up. And he just slams into the floor in the God Spa with this huge thud that just vibrates throughout the entire ship.
Oh, was that enough XP to level up? I kind of feel bad for forgetting about him. Okay. Barry's gonna hop in and I land on top of Officer Trunk's body. Superhero pose and all.
Okay.
Barry is just gonna book it to the oxygen room.
All right, Barry just jumped in the portal. Todd is already gone.
Shit, I gotta save my dad.
Lizard Boy, we have like 25 minutes left. What are you doing right now?
I am literally 12, so I don't know why you're getting so upset.
You can't just keep pulling that card. I am literally a minor. Soup, and like Cup like gestures over to Soup's like, Soup. Can you please escort Blizzard Boy here? Can you help him out? Because apparently he needs an adult with him.
Okay, so you know how hard it was to get you out of that freaking spaghetti bowl?
I don't even know how to respond to that.
In improv.
Cup goes to like a tarp in the corner of the room and she lifts it off and she's like removed all of the feeder lights, all the spotlights.
Yeah.
And she's replaced the bulbs with the bulbs from the mood tanning booth. And she's like, so go ahead and take these. I mean, they're very powerful lights, so 2 should be enough.
I'm going. All right, I crack my knuckles.
And Soup is like, wait, do you want to like waste some more time like having some conversation?
Dude, no.
No, we got 20 whole minutes.
I don't know what this feeling is. Like I have like a responsibility to like help people.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it later though, is all I'm saying.
Jesus, all right, I'm going.
Okay.
I storm out.
Well,
I
hang
storm
on. And he like runs out. He kind of like does a fast walk behind you. All right, we cut to Todd, who just entered the lobby. There's a long line right now in front of Jif Bop's gift shop.
What kind of line we talking about? Like these people patiently waiting, or is this like a mob?
It's like it's a hectic line, but there's still like a queue.
Yeah, so like Todd walks up to the last guy in line. He's just like,
Excuse, is this the line to see Jif Bop, the gift shopkeeper?
Yeah, just right behind me, back of the line.
Any chance there's a fast pass or something? I mean, I kind of have an urgent deal with him.
The fuck off! You can't cut me. I'll cut you.
can I try giving this guy a soul? I have never learned to say this word. A shoulder massage to convince him to let me cut.
You just like stick a cactus in this man's shoulder. Ah! What the hell? What are you doing?
Okay, listen, buddy. I know tensions are high right now, but I've got business with this guy. I'm going ahead.
He's gonna try to punch you in the face.
Ooh, that's an 8.
Okay, yeah, he just clocks you in the nose.
Oh, forget it.
Todd just like pulls out his notebook and just like starts doodling in it, like as he waits in line.
Okay, so you're just gonna wait in line. All right, let's cut to Barry while you're waiting.
So yeah, Barry is just gonna book it to the oxygen room.
Okay, you run towards the escape pod room and down the staircase. and you arrive in the oxygen room
Mhm.
where you see like the oxygen, like, you know, they're working,
Mhm.
but Alfonso's kind of like aside, and he looks like he's waiting. I mean, he doesn't have a foot to tap, but if he did, he would be tapping it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And he's just like he's just like waiting out his time for you guys to come back. And like in the meantime, he's been doing pull-ups, and he's like got a little bit of a muscle.
I genuinely wait. Can you remind me what was the situation with Alfonso? Because I don't remember how we left him.
Basically, the last time you saw him was in the simulation, right? And you guys got into that big like anime fight.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of it all, he sort of just like wandered off. But there was like an assumption. The only reason he was able to do that and like allow it to, like there was an assumption in his mind. He's like waiting for you guys to come back and like to get the fuel and come back and rescue his people.
Mhm.
So he's just waiting for you.
Barry, you're back. Yeah,
Mhm.
finally, we're getting off this ship, guys.
And all the like oxygen, like in carbon dioxide, just start like cheering, and they stop moving from one machine to the other, and you feel the like air get like a little bit thinner.
Okay. Wait. Okay. I need to think this through. If I let them all leave, then we just die. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. Okay.
All right, let's cut to see what Blizzard Boy is up to now. Blizzard Boy, you and Soup arrive back in the Skypool deck, and you're dragging the spotlights with you. It is still absolute chaos. What do you want to do?
Okay. So first, I want to see: is there anyone in the Delphi gang that can spot me? Is anyone? No one. Right. No one cares. Right. Where are they congregated?
They're congregated. It's a siege around Double Paul.
Yeah.
That are just like up in arms, like ready with like all their weapons, and like any trespassers, they're just killing instantly. Not even just people passing by. Like literally, Sweetie Sweeter's just setting people on fire for fun if they would like get too close.
Jesus.
Double Paw is in front of the sky pool. Literally. And like the diving board is behind the siege, behind Double Paw, and like because Double Paw is so huge, they're setting up the sacrificial altar near the tentacle. You see, that's why it's on the diving board.
That makes sense. And do you think we need both lights hung up, or is just one fine?
You could do one.
Okay. I want. Sorry, just give me like 3 seconds.
As you're doing this, you look in the distance and you see the goons dangling your chained father down the ladder, and they're like,
Wait, they're climbing up the ladder?
they're taking him to the sacrificial altar.
Okay.
Hey, look over there. That guy's getting beheaded.
Okay, shit. All right, it's got to do something. Okay. Wait, when I want to turn the light on and I want to point it at Soup, and
Yeah.
I want to see what color he turns. I forgot the colors. I just want to see what happens.
Soup is he doesn't change at all.
God, that's what I thought.
He has no feelings. Like, to remind you, there's like yellow is joy, blue is sad, red is anger, inadequate is invisible.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. See, I was thinking, I sneak up invisibly, and then I bring like a body of someone else, and then I play then I make a sound that is like sounds like President Dahlia, and so they'll turn and they'll be like,
Hang on. This is Dylan speaking, actually. Can't you clone people? Like, draw badly, like...
yeah, I forgot about that one. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna try give life to an inanimate object and then make a sound wave, and I was gonna cover it with a blanket and make it pretend like it was like President Dahlia underneath a blanket or something.
just like a basketball underneath a blanket with a
Yeah,
baseball
just
cap,
literally-
like classic, like...
Literally, I was gonna do that, but now that I think about it, maybe making a clone of it would be better.
Yeah.
That's good at... You can make clones.
Yeah, I forgot, but yes, I can make clones.
That's creepy. I mean, like, someone with that ability, like, what if they made, like, a clone of me or something? Like, that creeps me out. Ugh.
Well, I
Just kidding. I don't have feelings.
dang it. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Soup. That was
Yeah,
pretty
I've been paying attention to people and seeing it, like, yeah. I'm, like, learning how to, like, pretend.
good. So you're like, we'll talk about this later. All right. Soup. Since you've been paying attention, can you what do you think would affect me as a person? Like, would make me feel like, I don't know, like inadequate?
Come on, buddy. Like, have some, stand tall. You're a handsome,
Thank you.
like, strong, intelligent young man. And you turn yellow. It's just like it's like a neon yellow, so it's even more like visible. But
Wait, Soup, stop! Shut up! Why? No, like make me feel bad. Like make me feel like, I hate being.
Oh, I was like pretending because like I know people are usually like nice to like make people feel good. Okay, I could do that.
I instantly turn bad. I lose my little cluster. Like yeah.
Your dad doesn't love you, and you're literally probably the worst of the entire team. And
no.
Everything
Like,
you do is a mistake, and you probably shouldn't have ever been born. And you have the DNA of an idiot, and you'll fundamentally like never
I don't
amount to anything because of who
I
you
don't-
are as a person. And your surrogate mother, Gem Dreamweaver, she literally
Okay, you don't
hates
have to
you.
bring up
You
Gem.
are completely.
You don't have to, she likes me.
I don't feel like I need to make you feel inadequate because you are inadequate.
I blip out of existence. Blizzard Boy has never felt more shit in his life. Like
in Soup, like he's like it's almost innocent. Like he's like he doesn't even like he doesn't actually want to like hurt your feelings. He's just like, oh, like I'm helping. Like you know, like
I just saunter over. I do like the Charlie Brown walk with like my head down, with like the bulbs to my left and right, and I just walk over, or just the one, I guess. I just walk over.
Yeah.
Let's cut back to Todd and see what he's up to. Todd, you just finished waiting in line.
so you approach Jif Bop, and his shack is now stocked with like robot claws and gears and bolts. And you also notice like Garrett the Snake is up for trade. Hey, how's it going, Todd?
Todd, what the hell are you doing here?
Hello, Jif Bop.
Screw you! You and your pals, you took all my shit! You robbed me!
Is any of this stuff actually yours? Where did you get all these robot carts anyways?
Hey, look, where I get my inventory, it fell off a truck, you know? None of your business.
All right. Well, listen, Jif Bop, I have had a very long, rather stressful day. I'd rather not argue, but I need to do something very important, and I need one of your items.
What do you need from me?
I need, it's a tank.
The photon particle tank?
No, that's not it. Oh, wait, yeah, I think that's it, yeah.
All right, and he like goes under his shack. He's like, this is a special item. He's waiting for a big buyer to come around. And he sets it up on his crate, and he's like, what do you got to offer for it?
Oh,
Hey,
I reach into my bag and I pull out the sexy poster that we took from the storage closet back in the last episode.
how'd you like to put this on your wall, eh? I think that's a pretty fair trade.
Something you guys didn't know about Jif Bop is he's a real horn dog. This man loves a sexy lady, and he just starts stomping his foot, and he starts panting. He's like, "Auga!" and just like cartoon like
Give me it, come on.
First, the tank.
and he pushes the tank towards you, and he snatches the poster out of your hand, and he just like unrolls it, and he keeps like looking away as if it's like too much. Haba.
That was actually a pretty steep price. I was planning to use that poster for, I got the tank, and that's what matters.
All right, have a nice day, Todd.
You too, I guess.
So you're just gonna walk away?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start heading back to the buffet with the tank.
Before you do, as soon as you start walking away, he pulls out the little like remote for the magnetic tags. He presses a button, and it pulls it back immediately, and you fall on your face again. He just starts laughing like the first time he met you. He's like,
You idiot, you fell for it a third time.
Bastard! I actually paid you this time.
So these tags are like a completely different frequency from the ones that like I currently have, right?
yeah.
Well, Todd, that's what you get for being a little crooked criminal. Why don't you get lost? Or else I'll sick this entire angry queue of people at you.
Fine, Jif Bop. But, I have a little something more to offer you. Maybe this will change your mind.
All right.
And Todd is going to reach into his bag and pull out Soup's rifle.
Oh, okay. Jif Bop gets horny again. Auga.
So, I believe we have a deal, correct?
Now we're talking, Todd. Now you're really okay. All right, I guess I could part with this piece of junk. I mean, really valuable Fozon tank.
And then he deactivates the magnetic tag. He starts pressing the buttons, and it falls off. And then he's still holding it, and he's just like holds out his other hand, waiting for the gun.
I was never offering you the gun. Just the contents of its chamber.
Shit.
And I can give them to you with express delivery if you like.
Okay, let's pause at the stick up and see what Barry is up to.
I'm sorry, Alfonso, but there's not enough ways to get off the ship. Some of them are gonna have to stay behind. But I have a plan.
Wait, whoa, what do you mean some of us can't get off this ship? That wasn't the deal.
They'll get off eventually, Alfonso, but
I don't understand. Did you get the fuel? What's going on?
we didn't get the...
Give me the full...
Okay. Duddlepaw's alive. I don't know if you're aware of Duddlepaw.
Double, huh?
Is a big space alien. Alfonso, if you just help us out, we can get you and your entire race off the ship permanently. We'll destroy the ship.
You know what I don't respect, Barry? I don't respect liars. And that's what you are right now. I'm impatient. I was ready to kill myself to free my people. I don't know what to tell you. I'm done with this. I don't trust you anymore.
And he looks towards his people, and he's like steps in front of, like he floats in front of your face. And he's like,
Listen, brothers and sisters. No longer will we tolerate this tyranny. Together we will go to the escape pod room and we will escape ourselves. We don't need anybody.
Wait,
and they all start cheering.
Alfonso, wait. The escape pods don't work. They won't work without the captain.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's why, we would have let you go, but...
Oh, wait. Guys, hang on. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Stop cheering. I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh, like they're all like looking around, like confused. And he pulls you aside. He's like,
Listen, Barry, how do we get into the captain's deck?
The first step would be defeating Duddlepaw. That'll make the captain come out because the Duddlepaw is what's fueling the ship. It's partly what's fueling the ship.
All right. I feel like you're making that assumption, and I don't think that's accurate.
Can I lie? Can I lie? Can I lie?
Okay.
yeah, go ahead and lie.
Okay. Blowing on this dice.
No. That's okay.
That's a natural 1.
Now, Barry, if there's one thing that I fucking hate, it's liars.
Oh no. Oh no.
Listen, I have a short fuse, Barry, and I'm gonna blow.
Okay, I may have fibbed a little bit about that last part. I'll admit that. But if we can get at least some of you into space now, and we can get the rest of you off later.
You know, I'm sick of hearing you talk. I'm sick of hearing what's coming out of your mouth. And I just want to let you know that if you aren't truthful to me, I'll just take everything out of your mouth.
And then Alfonso like snaps his finger, and like you feel your lungs just like a Capri Sun that's being like drunk really fast. Just all the air is coming out of your lungs, and you just hear like there's like little subtle faces in the air you're breathing, and they're all like wee, and they're like coming out of your mouth. Okay, now let's cut back to Blizzard Boy. All right, so you're dragging the spotlight. Okay, now how are you gonna approach? Because there's still a siege of gang members, and they'll see the spotlight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So here's what I want. I want to play Soundwave using my spray paint, and I want it to be like how I remember Sweetie, like, oh, I can't like
He just kicked me in the leg. Get him, boys.
you know what I'm saying, like something like that. So I want to paint it on like the opposite side of the room. The thing is, I'll draw her on a podium as if she was in a presidential election talking to like at the White House, where like they're like the thousands and thousands of people just like lined up to hear the speech.
Okay.
And then also the strength of the punch helps determine the sound as well. So I'm gonna I guess I have to do it then.
You could punch the wall. What if we like aggroed like someone to shoot here and we got it to like hit the wall?
Oh, that's good. Okay. I push Soup into a guy, like the nearest guy with the gun. Is there someone around?
There's a gang member who's like running out into the crowd and like clearing some like innocent Adobians. Like he's just shooting them left and right. He's like laughing maniacally. He's like,
I'm gonna push Soup as hard as I can, but right before I do, I'm gonna say, Soup, I want you to run towards the direction of where I spray my spray paint.
Okay.
And then this is happening. I push him into the dude. I push him into the Deadlepod gang
Wait,
member.
what the fuck?
Hey.
I just knock him in as hard as I can, and I bolt. I bolt to the other side of the room, on the opposite side of where the diving board is, and I spray paint. Sway Wee Scooter yelling to microphone as loud as she can, and I immediately book it to the opposite direction, to the corner of the room, and I want to get as close as I can to the diving board without making a scene.
Okay, well, you are invisible. You just have the spotlight. So, like, you do all of this without the spotlight, right?
Yes.
Like, you're not dragging it around.
Yeah.
Okay, and so, like, you do all this. Soup is, like, he's not really freaking out. He's just kind of like, oh, shit, like, I might die. And then he just starts, like, running. And, like, he is still, like, not emoting at all as this guy's, like, firing his gun at him. He's like, you bastard! And then, like, Soup just runs in front of the drawing, yeah. And, like, as you're running, you grab the spotlight and keep running towards the diving board.
Yeah.
And Soup runs past the wall, and, yeah, the guy, he shoots the wall. And it creates this loud... so what did you want Sweetie to say?
Oh, my shin. Fuck. Kill the. Oh, my shin. Fuck. Boys, come here and help me out. No, this is a long recording. Go boys, get him.
Go, boys, get him.
Boys, get him over here.
That's perfect.
And then like your drawing is like a little wobbly, so she also is like,
There's butter in my pants.
like, I don't know, she just like says something that's like completely like
The butter subconsciously got in your mind.
yeah, I didn't even. So yeah, like it does that, and a large chunk of like the gang members like look over, and they clear like towards that side of the room. And the ones that aren't are at least facing like, you know, towards it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have an opportunity to like head to the diving board.
I bolt.
Okay.
I'm dragging along as fast as I can. Like I'm just.
That way, well, as you're looking back and you're like running, you see Soup like without arms, like he has nothing. He climbs on top of this gang member who is shooting at him. He wraps his legs around his neck and he snaps them with his. He snaps his neck with his knees.
Christ.
And he just looks at you and he nods like he doesn't have thumbs. He would thumb you up. Like.
Oh my god! I forget how freaking savage Soup is, bro. Jesus Christ! He's always eating freaking lasagna or spaghetti and shit.
Sorry.
The other grain, the other pasta.
He is kind of Garfield, like in a way. He's just like an assassin.
He's the Garfield assassin, bro.
Okay, I grab my rope and I attach the spotlight to it, and I just like wrap it around myself. So as I'm climbing up the ladder, the spotlight will just be dangling behind me.
Okay. So as you're climbing up, you're looking up, and like they're strapping the guy who like was dragging your dad up there. He's strapping him in. You just hear your dad screaming in the distance, like, no, please. And like as he's like strapping him in, Deadlepaw's tentacle grabs the goon and like wraps around it and starts swinging him around so hard, his head literally flies off.
Jesus. Ooh, okay, I'm trying to make this quick. That's terrifying. Okay, how close am I? How's it looking down there?
You're 3/4 of the way there, and you look down, and it does like the little like effect where like when you're looking down like from like tall heights where you're like woo, 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 woo.
Okay, I don't look down. I just keep looking up. I keep climbing.
So you get to the top, and President Daddy's like, oh God, I'm never gonna see Jeremy again.
Dad, it's me. Just shush, okay? Dad, listen.
Jeremy!
Just shut up, Dad. Look,
I'm hallucinating.
No, you're not. No.
My life is flashing before my eyes.
No, that's not happening. You're okay. Look, Dad, look at me.
He's so horrified right now. You're like, look at me, and he's just like, there's nothing. It's just a voice. Like,
oh, I forgot about that. Okay, this is. Oh my gosh, President Dahlia. This is your conscience speaking.
Her?
What you have to do right now is stay calm, because your son, even though you can't see him, he loves you, and he's gonna save you.
Yeah, Jeremy's gonna save me eventually.
I start cutting. Is he like tied up?
He's chained up.
Oh, he's chained up, huh? Okay, that makes things a little bit more complicated.
Hang on, dude.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh my god.
Okay. Freaking, it's not rope, it's chain, but I feel like I have a way to get him out. I feel like there's something that I could do to get him out. And I grab my bag, I look inside my bag, and I grab heapings of butter that I got from the Infinite Buffet. And I start lavishing it all over my dad. President Dahlia, your son, Jeremy, he's saving you right now. And he's doing it because he cares so much about you. And you're going to be able to slip out of these chains, okay?
The power of father and son love. It's making butter appear.
Yes. I'm rubbing it.
There is so many sticks of butter. I'm rubbing it everywhere. How slippery is this guy? How slippery is he?
He is extremely slippery right now. He's completely lubed.
I'm going to start moving the chains. I'm going to start unchaining him.
Okay. Well, the chains are like wrapped around the diving board, right? So he would you could try to pull the chains up and off, but you'd have to climb on top of him and go all the way across the diving board. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm going to do that as quickly as I can. Can I roll for that? I want it to be quick.
Okay, roll.
All right. I got a natural one. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
As you're,
oh my god.
You could try to grab hold of the chains. You underestimated the power of butter, you fool. You're fucking hubris this whole time.
No.
And as you're climbing over Dahlia across the diving board, you're pushing against Dahlia, and it's creating this pressure. And when you accidentally fall on top of him, the side closest to you, and he goes fucking flying out of the chains off the diving board, and he's flipping down towards the sky pool. He's like,
No. No.
And he just splashes into the clouds. And all of the king members are looking that way. Okay, let's see what Todd is up to.
You really gonna kill me? Is that what you're gonna do, Todd?
I came here to relocate resources for the good of the people, and whether I do that from an office or with a rifle pointed at a criminal's head, I'm gonna do it.
Todd, look, don't kid anyone here. You're not a criminal. Okay, why don't you just get out of line and give me the...
And Jif Bop's gonna lunge forward and try to grab the gun out of your hand.
Todd squeezes the trigger in the heat of the moment.
Now, before you do, go ahead and roll Dexter.
That's an 18.
Oh, that is close. So he grabs the muzzle of Soup's rifle right as you're pulling the trigger, and his elbow moves forward and knocks over the photon tank. It's like a cylinder, and it just rolled onto the floor, and it's rolling off into the corner. And he has a hold of the gun, and you guys are wrestling, and a laser bullet just flies up towards the ceiling, and you guys are wrestling for the gun.
Give me that, Todd.
Can I try just jabbing him in the face with my cactus hand?
Yes.
That's a 4.
Oh! He rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
So, you swing the cactus across his face, and it just leaves spikes, and he falls back. He's like, ow! Oh, my face! All right, you have hold of the gun, and the photon tank is across the room. What are you gonna do?
I want to try and take his remote, while he's in pain, the one that controls the tags.
You've gotten real greedy, Todd.
11.
Yeah, I mean, you reach into his overall pocket and you pull out the remote. You have it.
Is there just a clear button that deactivates the tags, essentially?
Yes.
I would like to just flip it off.
Okay, and all of the tags just pop off of all of his merchandise, and the entire queue of Adobians just ransack his shop. And it's exactly as you last left him, where he's just on the floor crying as all these Adobians are stealing all of his shit.
Why does this keep happening to me?
These resources belong to the people, Jif Bop,
Yeah!
and this world needs to be saved.
Yeah!
What that guy said.
It's just a line of introverts, and there's just one guy who speaks for all of them.
All right, so I'm just gonna run over and pick up the tank quickly, during this while all this chaos is going on.
Okay, and then where are you headed?
Back to the buffet.
Okay, as you're bolting down the hallway, the back of your neck tingles.
Oh no. Not now.
And right before you reach the buffet door, the magnetic tether activates. And you get pulled across the hall back towards the lounge where Quibble is at the silver wall for the cabins. And he has his arms open wide, ready to catch you. And he's just sitting there grinning. He's like, and you fly into his arms, and like you come at such a fast velocity that like he doesn't even get to catch you. You sort of just like hit him and knock him back into the cabin with you, and the two of you fly into the cabins. Let's cut back to Barry. Right now, Alfonso is pulling all of the air out of Barry's lungs, and right before all the air is taken out of your lungs, he snaps again, and they all stop, and he gestures, and they all fly back into your lungs, and he's like,
I could command my boys at any minute to just kill you in an instant. So, how about you tell me the truth and you don't fuck with me, Barry?
All right,
I'm sorry, Alfonso.
I'll be honest. I don't understand 100% the situation.
Okay.
But all I know is that we gotta help each other out. Because we're trapped on here too, Alfonso. It may not look like it, but we are.
I guess I have been through a few cycles, and I did see what your people are going through. I know the general story. I don't need the summary, but we are sort of in the same boat here, you know, metaphorically and literally speaking. You know what, Barry? I'm gonna stick by your side because I don't have many options here, but it's not me you're gonna have to convince at this point. I don't know how my people are gonna feel about helping your people. I don't think they're very fond of Adobians from just, you know, hanging out in their lungs all the time and serving them, and so yeah, you're gonna have to convince them, and the floor is yours.
All right, I'll do my best. Thank you, Alfonso. Family of Alfonso, I know that us Adobians and you have had a complicated relationship, but right now we need to band together to defeat the people who are keeping you here and who are keeping us here. Now, I know the plight of your people, and I must say that I feel sympathy for you, but we are not the ones you must take your anger out on. The real anger should be directed towards the captain and Duddlepaw.
Yeah.
The real reason why you are here is because the captain wants to keep you here, not us. The captain wants to keep us Adobians here too.
and Alfonso comes in and he like assists you, and he's like,
Family of mine, we have been trapped not only on this ship, but in the lungs of these people for far too long. And for us to be free, these people must be free. I say we listen to Barry, and we help him take down this dreaded Duddlepaw.
So we must stand up together and fight the people who are keeping us here, not fight amongst ourselves.
the family of Alfonso start to cheer. And Alfonso like gets in front of you and he's like,
All right, how many people do you need? How many family members?
Do I know how many members of the gang there are?
it's in the hundreds.
Okay, let me fill you in.
Okay, let's cut back to the sky pool.
Oh, fuck. I have the light, right? I have the light.
You have the light, yeah.
I shine it.
Okay, where are you shining it?
Just at everyone. Isn't it the plan? I shine it at the Duddlepaw gang or whatever.
Okay. I mean, they all turn purple from surprise, but there's the issue is like a bunch of innocents are also surprised, so they turn purple as well.
Hey, you Duddlepaw gang freaks!
So at this point, Sweetie looks up at the diving board, and you are at like 40% opacity, so she could see you.
My name is Jeremy. My father is President Dahlia. Yeah, that's right, Sweetie. By the way, you're a chump. President Dahlia, y'all blame him instead of blaming yourself.
Okay.
What are y'all doing with yourself? You're protecting the thing that destroyed our planet, and you blame the president?
All right, I'm gonna have to stop you there. What emotion are you trying to get?
I want the gang to be angry, but I want the innocents to be moved.
Sweetie Swooter is a bright fucking red, and she just drops her flamethrower, like it's strapped around her shoulder, so it just like dangles from her, and she just like claws at her chest, at her tuxedo. And like her nails literally go into her skin. That's how hard she's clawing. And she just rips her tuxedo off, and she's just bare tits and muscles, like
God. Oh my
like just like fucking animal. And she gets on all fours, and she just like gallops at the ladder, and she's just like she's climbing up like a fucking gorilla.
Holy shit! Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do I have time to like how quickly should we get up there? How much time do I have before
You have 10 more seconds.
Jesus Christ.
10,
Oh
9,
my god. Okay.
5, 4, 3.
Okay, I use chemical burst before she gets up. I spray it everywhere.
Okay.
Spray paint person's face until the fumes knock them out. I'm just holding this shit down. I'm holding this shit down as she's coming up.
This takes the rest of your paint points, though. Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, it takes all of them. Yeah.
Right when she's like jumps up off the ladder, she does one last like jump, and she's like coming down at you with a fist, and you just burst, like you just fucking do a chemical burst right in her face, and her chin hits the diving board, right? And she slips on like all the butter, like, and she's like plummeting towards the ground.
Like she's falling from like how many feet in the air?
It's like 50 feet.
Okay, perfect. Then I chuck the bottle after her, like just to hit her in the head, like as a final like hurrah.
She's plummeting like a fucking meteor to Earth, and she hits the metal, the golden metal of the ship, and it creates this huge, loud fucking thud as she indents like a deep hole into it. And it just like reverberates around the entire room, and everyone is looking. And then the little spray paint can you threw like follows over in like a comedic like boom, like off her head, like right afterwards. All the gang members are looking at Sweetie, and they're all like tending to her. They're running at her.
I want to try to like down like at the crowd, and I want to see if there's a difference between the Duddle Paw members and how they're reacting versus everyone else, like all the other normal people.
Okay, here's what happens. So the Duddle Paw gang members all turn like red and blue, and the Adobians who just saw this feat, they all turn yellow. They're happy.
Yeah.
Duddle Paw is swinging its tentacle, and it's going to swipe at you.
Wait, where's my dad?
Your dad is in the sky pool, like he doesn't know how to swim.
Oh my god. Okay. I know Duddle Paw's swinging. I want to take a jump off the dive board to do a dodge, and I want to do like perfect form dive, get down, and try to save my dad. 18.
What? 18. Okay. So yeah, it is fucking swinging at you, and like literally you're standing on the diving board in a really sturdy stance, but because of the butter, as the tentacle is coming towards you, like a gush of wind just starts to like push you back in place, like your feet are just like sliding back. But then like as it's coming at you, you jump at the perfect time. Your fucking 12-year-old jump rope skills mixed with your karate.
I want it to be like a slow motion thing where like it just barely grazes like my nose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So you're diving into the sky pool with this fucking broken leg. Let me remind you, you've been doing all this shit with a broken leg.
I forgot.
And it was crazy broken. And you crash into the clouds, kind of like swimming in the sky next to your dad, and he's like drowning and like.
I grab it with like one arm, right? I took my arm around his waist, and then like as I'm going down, I have some momentum, so I want to just turn back around, face up, and start swimming upwards to like to get him out of this situation.
And he sees you now. You're starting to appear like a fucking heavenly like ghost, and he's like,
Jeremy, Blizzard Boy, I knew it.
You could just call me Jeremy.
Like a tears like streams down his face, and like he has so much butter like that the tears like going at like super fast velocity down his body. Like, just like.
I think once we stand, we're outside the sky pool area. I just want to like grab his arm and like lead him. Like I want to sprint towards getting out of there. Do I see Soup on the way out?
Soup sees you, and he's like runs up to you, and he's like, "Hey, I killed 8 people."
Dude, that's okay. Well, wait. I should have. They weren't in a. Never. We'll talk about this later, Soup. Let's go.
Maybe it was 9.
All right, we're out of there. So I walk into the Infinite Buffet, and to my left is a Soup, and then to my right is President Dahlia, my father.
Blizzard Boy, I knew you would come and save me.
And then he runs up and he hugs you.
That's kind of the coolest thing I've ever done. And I'm glad you're there to see it, Dad.
So when you walk in, Barry is already in here with a large chunk of like the oxygen.
I'm eating a full stick of butter.
And like Cop is explaining the plan to them. And she's like infusing them with the photon particles that she has like a few tanks and she just needs one more. You're going to want to take these and you're going to want to go into the yellow. That's who we're going to kill, the yellow people.
What? Oh, no, don't do the yellow people. No.
What?
Change of plans. Don't do yellow. Don't do yellow.
Don't do yellow.
A mix of blue and red. They're a mix of blue and red. Something's happened, and here's my dad.
Hi, President.
But they're blue and red.
Okay. Okay, blue and red, but won't we also get like the Adobians?
No, they're yellow.
Oh, okay, that works. Perfect. You did it. Hey,
Yeah, I did do it.
nice work, kid.
You sound surprised, but
Nice
I
job,
appreciate
Blizzard
it.
boy.
Thank you, Barry.
Great. Okay, couple minutes left. We got the sentient air. We've targeted the gang. Where's Todd?
What?
Uh,
Well, listen, we have 2 minutes. This plan has to go into
2 minutes?
We have
2
two
minutes?
Oh, yeah, we
Oh
got-
my God! Why didn't you say that sooner?
I literally
Jesus
said
Christ.
it. You have horrible listening skills. I Listen, Duddlepaw is about to be restored to full power. It's now or never. Either we have to go through with this plan with or without him, and if we go without him, then there's going to be a large chunk of Duddlepaw gang members who survive.
I'm gonna start booking it into Jif Bop gift shop.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Let's go.
Lead the way, Barry.
Now let's cut to Todd to see what's going on.
All right, you and Quibble just like got flung into the cabins, and you're both disoriented. You're both standing up in his cabin, full of just all the shit like he's been stealing off the ship, including all of Jif Bop's old like merchandise, right? And he quickly like reacts like, and he like grabs his knife and he pushes you against the wall with his arm like on your neck. He's like,
You didn't betray your friends. We had a deal. I can't speak right now, please. Oh, sorry.
and he lowers to your chest.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, listen, Quibble. I know we had a deal, but things have changed.
What's changed?
Well, these guys, they're not just criminals. They're my family. I can't turn my back on them. Not like this.
I don't understand, but money. Don't you want money? And to live?
Well, I mean, one of those things is pretty nice, but listen, there's more important things happening on this ship right now. This isn't just about fuel anymore. This is about the survival of our race.
Quibble lets you go. He looks disarmed, and he's like,
Todd, I never really, I'm in awe by your heart. It's so big for your friends, and it would sell for a lot of money.
and he puts the knife back towards you.
Okay. Listen, Quibble, I don't have time for this.
He's backing you into a wall, and then on the floor is like the shattered snow globe that like he stole from Jif Bop, and like roll to see if you fall on it. So as you're stepping back, your foot like hits the shattered snow globe that you guys stole from Jif Bop, and you fall back, and now you're like crawling back as he's like pointing the knife at you towards the wall.
We had a deal, Todd.
Come on, we don't gotta do this. Put the knife down. I'm warning you.
Can I try grabbing some of the glass shards and just like throwing them at his face?
Yes.
That's a 12.
Okay, so you start just like hurling glass shards, and you're just like missing. You're so like. Okay, Barry and Blizzard Boy run into the lobby. Jif Bop is on the ground crying like last time you left him, and like Adobians are just robbing him, and he's just like on the ground like. Oh, also, Jif Bop's face is covered in cactus spikes.
I forgot about
Classic Todd. Hey, Jif Bop.
Oh, fuck.
We're looking for Todd. Do you know where he went?
Todd? No, he took what he wanted and he ran off like you fucking assholes.
Todd is such a beast, dude.
I'm so proud of him. He's come so far.
It's not funny. He's a fucking monster. What is wrong with you?
He just stole. Everyone steals. It's not that bad.
There's something in that kid that it's not Adobean.
Cup runs out to the lobby and she's like, guys, it's now or never. Come on.
All right,
Okay.
I run forward and I scream Todd's name as I'm like going back. Todd, Todd.
What are you even gonna do with this fuel if our entire race is wiped out? What good is it gonna give you?
It's kill or be killed, Todd. Those out there, the ones fighting Dunlopar, they're the ones who are gonna die. The ones in here, it's kill or be killed, and I'm a killer. I'm a killer, Todd.
You know what, man? I never wanted to be a criminal. I never wanted this life. But you're right. Things are chaos right now, and then... well, who's to say what the law is? All I ever wanted to do was help people. And if I have to do that against what I used to think the law was, well, then so be it.
Todd reaches into his bag and pulls out Soup's rifle and points it at Quibble.
Okay, Quibble is going to, like, instinctually just swipe his knife at, like, the gun, and he's going to try to slash your hand that's holding it. So, go and roll dexterity.
That is an 18.
Quibble got a natural 20. Quibble slashes at your fucking cactus hand, and it starts, like, spurting, like cactus juice, and you drop the gun, and it like, slides aside in, like, classic movie style, you know, like...
Yeah.
As it slides aside, it fires, and he falls back. And he's on the ground as well, too. And y'all are both looking at the rifle.
All right. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to dart towards the gun.
Okay, you get to the gun, and you have your hand on it. And, like, you're both holding it, and it's pointed towards his head. And y'all are like, he's pulling it back, and you're pulling it back. It's like a little tug of war.
Can I shove it into his face as he's yanking on it?
Yes. You shove it into his skull. And he knocks back, and he falls back, but he yanks the gun as he's falling back. So go ahead and roll strength.
That's a 13.
Yeah, he pulls the gun, and he has it in his hand right now, but he's, like, holding it backwards. Where, like, he's, like, trying to aim. He's, like, really disoriented. He's trying to shoot you from the wrong end of the gun.
I want to charge at his legs with my dental floss and just, like, try and, like, wrap it around him as I, like, tackle his legs. That's a 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you actually do.
Oh.
So, yeah, you which way do you want to trip him, forward or back?
I assume he'd fall forward.
Okay, so he falls forward, and the gun, like, slides back under your legs, and it's behind both of you right now. And he's on the ground face flat.
Can I give him a good spank with my cactus hand?
Ouch!
All right, I'm going for the gun.
He's tugging at you right now, and he's stronger than you, so he's holding you back.
No, Todd, don't do it.
How far away is the gun?
It's just out of reach.
Are both his hands on my leg?
Yeah.
You're right. You said it's kill or be killed. Well, you know what? I think I've got a preference.
And so he reaches into his bag and pulls out the dental floss and just, like, wraps it tightly around Quibble's neck while his hands are occupied.
Yeah, you have him completely in your control at this point, and he's, like, flailing his hands, and he's turning purple. He's like,
Not Todd. I don't want to die.
There's a lot of other people on this ship who don't want to die either, buddy. And I'm one of them.
Okay, we cut back to Blizzard Boy and Barry. You guys return to the Infinite Buffet, and Cup, she's separated, like, the oxygen into groups, and she's like, go, 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 and like they're all going into, like, the vents, and she has, like, a filter over the vent that's converting them into, like, gas, and they're heading towards the sky pool right now, and they're filling the Dunlopar gang members' lungs. Guys, oh fuck, like, this is not good. She's tinkering at a giant, like, machine that's built out of all the robot parts, the service bots, with all of their, like, teleportation gear, and it's like a big, like, satellite, and she's like, I'm putting in the coordinates, like, we got to beam them into space now, but I don't know how many Dunlopar gang members are going to survive this. I don't know if we could pull this off without Todd.
We can't find Todd anywhere.
So are there not enough particles? Is that the issue?
We don't have enough particles. Yeah, there's a huge chunk of the gang members that aren't going to get beamed. Cup, you're always freaking out. Like, just give him a second. He's just taking his time. Like, still hold, like, minute left. 30 seconds, Soup. There's 30 seconds left.
It's not like him.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Todd is still choking out Quibble, and he's like kicking his feet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like yank the floss even harder.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, he passes out in your hands. He's limp right now.
I think I can let go of the floss since it's gonna harden itself anyways. Yeah.
You let go, and he falls to the ground. And now what?
All right. So I'm just gonna go over and pick up the gun.
So as you're going to get the gun, behind your back, like Quibble starts to like get up. Like his eyes are opening, and he reaches out to his knife. And he grabs it, and he's very quiet. He waits a second for like the perfect opportunity, and then he stands, and he just bolts at you with the knife.
At the last second, like Todd's just gonna turn around and just like point the gun at his head and just blow his brains all over the wall.
Oh my god.
That's a 16.
Oh my god, so he's like running at you, and like you turn around with the gun, and his mouth is open screaming, and it goes right into like the muzzle of the gun, and you fucking blow his brains out. His skull explodes, and there's just blood everywhere, and Quibble, like headless Quibble, just like limps back, still like wobbling his hands, and the knife falls to the ground, and he collapses. You murdered Quibble.
Damn. Todd is just standing there, like covered in like blood and guts right now. And he looks down at his meme notebook, fell on the ground, and there's just a picture of a cat at a party, and it says, "Hope you have a blast."
Oh my god, that's so fucked.
So Todd just like steps over the notebook across this like blood splattered floor, and he walks over to Quibble's headless body and just like leans down and picks up the remote that he was using to control the magnetic tags and sticks it into his bag.
Wait, well, let me walkie him. Okay,
I have your walkie-talkie, Blizzard Boy.
very, just
Can
yeah.
I
Yeah,
hold
do.
Todd, are you there?
Okay, so you hear your own voice coming out of the walkie-talkie from the doorway, and all of you like turn. You see Todd in the doorway, and he's just drenched in blood and guts.
Oh,
Hey guys.
What the?
Todd.
Oh my god.
What happened? We'll talk about this later, Todd. Do you have the
tank. Yeah, of course.
Okay, Cup runs up to you and like snatches it, and she like unscrews the cylinder, and she just like starts like sprinkling them all over the rest of the oxygen people, and she's like, go, and they all like go into the vents, and she like looks at her watch. She's like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she pulls like a giant lever. We cut back to the sky pool deck. All of like the gang members who are like blue and red, they just vanish off of the ship, and they all like blip into outer space, and they like start to suffocate.
Oh.
And they all like, the ones that are blue turn bluer, and the ones that are red turn blue. Like, yeah, their heads just like start like exploding, and they're just like, they're in the vacuum of space. They're all gone in an instant.
Holy
That's not the first head I've seen explode today.
Maybe we should go look at what's going on in the Skypole deck?
The president! You're here!
President Dadia is just like licking his skin, like butter off of his skin.
Okay, let's go check on the Skypool deck, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Barry, Todd, Blizzard Boy, President Dadia, Soup, and Cup, you all run to the Skypool deck, and the Adobean mob, all the innocents, they just like see Double Paw unguarded, and they all like just sort of like take a moment, and they start picking up like some of the weapons off the ground, and they're like hesitating. They're like, should we be like, it's too good to be true? And like Double Paw's just there vulnerable, and they all charge at Double Paw, and all of your people are just full force beating the shit out of this space creature that destroyed their planet. And the creature is just like screaming in pain, and it's just like, basically, if it could speak, it would be begging for mercy. As all this is happening, you see something, like there's a huge crater in the room near the Skypool deck, and you see like a purple hand like come out, and it's Sweetie Swooter, who's like bloodied and like she stands up. She's also has no shirt. She's like she coughs as if she's like finally releasing her breath. Like she got the wind knocked out of her when she fell on her back. Basically, she didn't get teleported because she had no oxygen. and she gets up and she looks across the room at Blizzard Boy and President Dadia.
Bro, still?
She's galloping at you guys on all fours.
Y'all, I ran out of spray paint. I'm gone. I used it to knock her out. I don't know how she's still alive, okay? Can we...
Wait.
Oh my god.
President
Oh my
Dadia
God.
steps in front of Blizzard Boy to protect them, but he's like also kind of cowering. Like, hey, what about my gun, my rifle?
I don't have his rifle anymore. I don't have Soup's rifle. I lost it, okay? I admit I lost it.
About that, Blizzard Boy.
Todd pulls out the gun.
Oh,
Oh, Todd, we'll talk about this later.
What the? Todd, shoot him! Shoot her, bro.
Can I shoot her?
Yes, shoot her, please.
Todd fires at her. That's a 5.
The bullet comes at her, and she just like flexes, and it bounces off of her, and she's still coming at you.
And it's a laser, too.
She reaches you guys. She's going to headbutt President Dadia and by proxy, you know, Blizzard Boy.
damn. 6.
She slams right into President Dadia's rib cage, and you hear like a crack, and he goes flying back into you, Blizzard Boy, and the two of you like are sliding across back into the hall. Takes 6 points of damage. So she's going to like step into the hall, and like Soup is just gonna back away slowly, and Cup is like trying to throw shit at Sweetie to like no avail, just like bouncing off of her like muscles. Barry, is there anything you're gonna try to do right now? Like you guys are behind Sweetie as she's like facing President Dadia and Blizzard Boy.
Oh, Todd, do you have some floss?
Actually, Todd, you are out of floss.
Really trying to limit our options here, eh?
Okay, can I hit her over the... Can I bonk her over the head?
You're bonking her over the head to no avail. If you're using your sand, then it literally just turns back into sand. That's how like...
What?
You piece of shit and your goddamn son.
Just make quicksand. Make quicksand.
That's not how it works, Blizzard Boy. That's not how it works.
She's stomping towards you guys.
Sweetie, listen, that stuff I said earlier, I was joking. Like
Sweetie, you don't have to do nothing, you know. It's not Blizzard Boy you want, it's me. Blizzard Boy, just stand back. Let your pod handle this.
And she like leans down to like President Dadia.
Look, Sweetie, you know, we've had our differences, you know, but the world ended and I'm not president anymore, and you know, look what happened. You lose. I don't know what to tell you. Like, just let us go.
Sweetie's gonna grab President Dadia by the neck, and she's like taking her time and just like slowly like closing her grip.
This is for all you've put us through. Every single person on this ship has you to thank for all the misery. The only reason Doublepah was able to do what it did is because of you. You're no good, you're idiotic, and you deserve to be worse than dead. There is no hell hot enough for a person like you.
You know, I've dreamed of saying these words to the president myself and being in your shoes, but he's my friend's dad, so I can't believe I'm doing this, but...
Then Todd is gonna pull out a remote, a very bloody remote, and press a button on it.
So like in like the room with Gem and Glugon right now, they're just like chilling, getting like massages and shit, and all the hands just start to rumble, and just like they're just like getting pulled into the silver door, the silver wall, like. And Glugon and Gem are looking around like, what the fuck? And Glugon is holding onto his dead crab hand like for dear life. He's like, no! And he's like holding on like with both hands. Don't leave me again! And it flies through the door. All the hands just come swarming down the hall from like the distance, and Sweetie like is looking like, what the fuck? And like she drops President Dadia. So they're swarming the room, and Sweetie Swooter is like very like some are attacking her, some are attacking you guys. It's complete chaos.
Oh shoot. Oh snap.
Is this the thanks I get for liberating you?
Oh, hey, it's my dead grab hand.
It is just like complete absurdity with these hands. Like some are like super violent, like chainsaw hands, and then there's one that's just like on 2 fingers, like tap dancing. Like they're all just like doing random shit.
Jeremy, come on.
Let's go.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay, I start running.
Yeah.
Okay, where are y'all running towards?
Is Zuddlepog being killed?
It is being killed.
I guess Buffet.
I don't have any better ideas.
Guys, hang on. We have the whole fucking Adobean mob on our side. Let's go to the mob.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Right.
Cup just like runs towards the mob, and who are like Doublepaw's shell is like cracking. Yeah, you like she takes shelter within the mob.
Okay, I run in. I run in too.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeremy.
He picks you up, Blizzard Boy, and he's like holding you like a child. Like you guys run into the mob, and Sweetie Swooter she sees you guys run into the mob, and she starts charging at you guys, but she's like gonna try to charge into the mob and just like try to clear away.
That woman is terrifying.
Oh God, there's nowhere else to run. I mean, we're between Doublepog and Sweetie Swooter. There's just nothing left we could do.
And he just like swings his fist back at Doublepaw, and it's like the last hit. Like destroy the creature. And like one big crack that's like spawning right from where like President Dahlia's fist is, like goes up across the shell. And everyone like stands back and is like looking at President Dahlia. Doublepaw screeches in pain. Its shell cracks and its innards slowly spew out into the sky pool where they're like floating over the top like a layer of grease. And the Adobians are all just looking, even like Suyu Suyu like stops and is like looking in like surprise, like, and the Adobians just burst into victorious cheers, and they began to fling about the deck, latching onto each other with passionate hugs and kisses. It's been years since you've witnessed any camaraderie like this amongst your people. They like hoist President Dahlia up, and they're like,
President Dahlia, he killed Doublepaw.
And then the mob turns at Sweetie Swooter, and they're like, some of them have weapons that were left behind from the teleportation. And some of them are just like, you know, banging their fist into their other hand, and they're just like ready to beat the shit out of Sweetie Swooter. And Sweetie Swooter, for the first time that you've ever seen her, looks scared.
Let's go. I first I want to look up to my dad, be like, Dad, that was actually really fucking cool.
Thanks, son. President Dahlia ruffles your hair.
All right, let's get them, boys.
Sick
And by him, I mean her.
The whole like mob just swarms Sweetie Swooter, and they're just beating the shit out of her. And she's actually taking out quite a few, but like it's still
like,
too many.
I like sweat a little bit. Like I'm like, oh wait, actually this is not going how exactly how I expected.
But no, overall she's overwhelmed, and yeah, she's taken care of. I'll just say that.
Damn. I don't think I've ever been scared in my life the way I was scared of Sweetie, bro. She got on all fours.
Guys, we actually pulled this off. Like I can't believe it. I knew I could trust you guys. Blizzard Boy, I underestimated you.
Thank you, Cuff. Oh my gosh.
Just as all this is happening, Barry, your walkie-talkie turns on.
Boys, are you there?
Glugon.
We're here.
Universe Ballers?
Glugon.
That's
I
us.
forgot about that name.
Guys, it's Gem. She's...
Before he could finish, a short arrangement of bells sounds on the intercom.
Animals, I know who you are. I know who did this. And I know who you love. You want the engines off so bad? Why don't you come up here and shut them off yourself?
Captain Doors unlocked.
In the background of the intercom, you hear a familiar voice shouting for help.
Boys!
Jim.
They have Gem.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for listening to the Universe Ball podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to give us a 5-star review. It helps a ton. And we'd really like to keep doing this. And anything less than 5 does not help, unfortunately. Wink, wink. If you'd like to play the SSOS yourself, you could find a copy on drivethrurpg.com. Just look up Universe Ball Anthology in the SSOS, and we also have some fun one-shots that you could download for free. Blizzard Boy is played by Sami Jarbouh, who co-created the original game with me back in 2020. Barry Tartman is played by Ryan Fahed, and Todd Zodd Mclodd is played by Daniel Williams. I've been your editor, your game master, and the voice in your head, Dylan Asad, and I'll see you next episode. So long, strange creatures.